Brian Crawford letting you know that Kevin Slogic, my State Farm agent in Allison Park, is here to help life go right and reminds you that you're listening to the River's Edge Radio Network. Kind of like Disney World all throughout Pittsburgh this weekend as Anthrocon rolls into town. Is it more like Disney World, Jay, or is it more like the X-Men with a bunch of like half animal, half human hybrids roaming around Pittsburgh?
I think it's more like Care Bears meet Pound Puppies. That's what
it is.
That's what it looks like to me.
It is Anthrocon. It is the largest furry convention in the world. It takes place right here in Pittsburgh. Are you in favor of the furries, or are you anti-furry?
I mean, I ain't against it. I don't get it, but I ain't against it, though.
So I'm very pro-furry. I think they're
You're pro-furry?
I'm very pro-furry because they bring in a lot of money.
They do.
So, it helps the city out. And, they're very forward-thinking. So I know that there's like a furry band that is debuting an album. I know a furry, so I get like the inside track. And they're debuting an album release party at Anthrocon with musicians from all over the world that are performing together.
Okay.
And so they practiced with each other, I guess, through the internet or whatever.
And where is this going down? Where's this
down in the actual convention center?
Oh,
at one of their stages, yeah.
I may have to check this out.
Yeah, so they're pretty forward thinking. They also, I know that they put a lot of time into ride sharing and things like that. So unlike the cyclists of Pittsburgh, which are taking away lanes and creating havoc, these people are trying to be responsible and be good stewards of our roadways. So they're a good people, and I think it's kind of fun because in some ways it is like Disney because you've got the point with the fountain and all of the stuff going on and all of the festivities of the 4th of July, and then you've got a bunch of costumed people walking around.
Right. Yeah, I mean, it's not that bad. I mean, when I see it downtown, I mean, at first, I do a double take. I'm rubbernecking, looking, seeing, what the hell's going on. I'm seeing the tails wagging. I'm seeing them waving at people. But, I mean, it's nothing in a negative light. They're all positive people, a lot of positive energy.
I mean, some of them do walk in the middle of the street, and that's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah, they're trying to be like real animals, because real animals walk across the street,
or just like any asshole downtown.
Yeah, that too. It's all coming to them this morning.
I feel like a kindred spirit to the furry community, especially as I slept on the floor today, waiting for you to come in like some sort of damn dirty dog. But...
Well, I tell you what, I'm glad that they weren't walking around like a half an hour ago when it was raining outside, because
that'll destroy their outfits.
Imagine hundreds of furries walking around downtown Pittsburgh, or just Pittsburgh period, soaking in the rain. I mean, for those of y'all who was outside, who saw that, who was caught up in that, just picture being a furry caught up in that. Whole city would have smelled like wet dog.
And it's also awful because like it's
What's
so
up, Jeremy?
hot. It's hot in that costume because I once was a mascot for one day. And let me tell you, it's hot as hell in those suits. And their suits are actually like way more advanced and nicer than a mascot suit. But
so what mascot were you?
I was I the giant? I think I was the giant eagle Iggle. Do you remember like in the 90s the giant eagle Iggle, and it had like the glass, or not the glass, but like the gold chain that said Iggle, and he would like walk around.
I do remember that.
Yeah, I was
that was you
for like 1 hour at a Relay for Life. Yes.
Nice.
So I once was a mascot, and I am also Brian Crawford. That's Jay Cooper. We are here inside the Mr. Smalls complex from our temporary studio, broadcasting live at riversedgepgh.com. And as I said, it is Anthrocon weekend. I once went down to explore Anthrocon because my friend, he kept telling me that, he kept telling me that I need to go down and check it out. Oh, you got to check it out. You got to check it out. So I go down there. I never actually made it into the convention center, but I started walking around and I thought, you know what, screw it. I'm going to wear my creepy horse mask. As people know, if they're a longtime listener of the program, I am a big fan and a big advocate of horse heading.
I too wore that horse mask.
You did,
I remember
yeah.
that.
You wore the horse mask, and I mean, I really thought that was an exciting time on this program when Jay wore the horse mask. So I decided it was time. I needed to wear the horse mask. So I wore the horse mask during the Anthrocon event, and I felt bad because all these people put like thousands or hundreds of thousands of dollars into these big elaborate costumes, and here I am with a creepy horse mask, and all of these people kept coming up to me, Brian Crawford, the master of the furry community, because I could go down there and really knock it out of the park. So I'm there in a creepy horse mask, and everybody's asking for their picture with me. So just imagine if I got like the full-blown furry costume, and I brought that down to Anthrocon. Imagine, people already want my autograph. Just imagine how they'd be lining up.
Well, you know what? I was on Amazon earlier, so I can definitely look something up for you, a full horse costume with the matching tail. Or do you want the kind where someone else has to be in it with you? Like you be the head and then someone be the legs and the ass.
No, I don't need an ass. I'm a big enough of an ass myself. What I want, and here's exactly what I want, and I see Jeremy here is talking about the llama mask, or a llama mask, and I think he should do that, and maybe the two of us could go down together
for Anthrocon
next year. So what I want is I want the creepy horse mask. I want a 3-piece suit, maybe like a fluorescent orange suit, and then a Jafar-looking serpent staff, a gold-headed serpent staff, maybe a top hat. A monocle would be cool, and I could stroll through Anthrocon wearing the creepy horse mask in style.
Okay, let me add all that up and see
add all of that up, see how much
all
that
that shit's going to cost.
And then we will start a GoFundMe campaign. So all of you saps listening right now.
GoFundMe, Indiegogo, all that shit.
Yes, you can then take part.
Yeah, because you can't afford that.
I can't afford
that.
I
added it up.
How much is it? What's the final cost?
There was a lot of decimals.
A lot of decimals. Okay, so
you can't afford it.
You could send a check to Mr. Small's address. I gotta find out what that is. And send it there and write it to Brian Crawford. We will process that immediately. And next year during Anthrocon, you can see me walking around in a 3-piece suit, wearing a top hat with my horse heading.
A horse head with a top hat and a monocle. And I can see that.
Our good friend Michael of AwesomeCast, he's going to be heading up the furry parade, he says here. Let us know how that is. If you have any Facebook Live video you want to share with us, that would be awesome. I tried to get into Anthrocon this year. I'm going to get in there one year and have like a River's Edge table. That's one of my goals. I am a big advocate of the group. I mean, it brings in an obscene amount of money to the city of Pittsburgh.
I saw a video on Facebook Live yesterday, and they had a big-ass party.
Oh, yeah, it's crazy.
Big-ass party. And I said to myself, damn, I kind of wish I was there.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's a crazy, like...
It looked like
So
fun.
I have a very good friend who's, like, very involved in the furry community, and he travels across the nation to all different types of furry events. They have, like, furry bowling events. They have furry everything. And they all go dressed up in their gear, and they do their thing. They do their bowling. They go to events. They have all these different... He was at Germany for, like, a convention similar to Anthrocon, so it's a huge thing. And it seems like a very fun community. So, I don't know. It's crazy. They have a lot of fun. And he's definitely explored more places than I have. And the thing is everybody's house, when you're in that community, your house becomes like a hotel.
Right.
And everybody comes and stays at your house. So it's actually not that expensive to travel the world if you've got a tail and some dog ears.
Okay.
And that's all you need, too. Because, like, the poor furries, they don't, like, get the full costume. They just get, like, a tail, which to me is always kind of weird.
Right.
Until somebody said, oh, it's because they can't afford the full costume and they want the full costume and they're just kind of half-assing it until they're able to get to that point. But then I bring up the horse mask, and my horse mask looks better than somebody walking around with just a tail. So why don't you get like the horse mask or the llama mask or something like that?
I want to see what this llama mask look like.
It's cool.
Does Jeremy have a picture of it?
I don't know if he has.
Can he post it on the page or something?
Yeah, if I don't know. I know that they have like owl masks and all sorts of. There's that place in Shadyside that sells all this weird shit. I once bought a Jesus Christ action figure and a Moses action figure with removable 10 Commandments and staff. They have all sorts of shit like that. They had Bach, the action figure. Well, in that store right now, they have all sorts of different masks, horse masks, llama masks. I don't know if they have a llama mask, but they have all these different masks, so you can buy them right there in Shadyside and kind of get the entire barn worth of animals that you can dress up as if you desire. All for much cheaper than a full-blown furry costume, I might add.
Okay.
So, right there in Shadyside.
You know what? Howie just messaged me that he is outside. You mind if I go grab him real quick?
All right, Jay's going to go grab
Howie. I'll be right back, people.
He's going to be right back. So when we come back, we're going to talk about the Port Authority. As I said, furry people, they are very, very aware of the traveling opportunities and the parking opportunities that we have here in the city. And for those of you who ride the Port Authority, you may be aware that the Port Authority is looking to use armed guards to enforce cashless fares. So they're looking at putting in armed guards, and I really want to get Jay's opinion on this, as Jay is somebody who uses public transit. I do not, because I don't feel like it gives me enough options. So we're going to ask Jay and Howie what their thoughts are on this when they get back. Should be here in just a minute. We're broadcasting live from Mr. Smalls in our temporary studio as we prepare for a new home, and we will have more information on that Monday at 1 p.m. A huge announcement that is going to shake the music community here at riversedgepgh.com. Do not forget to check that out. So we've got Jay and Howie right here in studio, and guys, I have a question for you. They are talking about getting armed guards to enforce a cashless fee with the Port Authority. Now, Jay, you use the Port Authority. Do you think that it's really necessary that there's armed guards on buses?
I don't think so.
I thought that was kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Does it seem extreme to you?
Yeah, ain't no kind of drama where I'm, on public transportation that I'm on. Now, if they want to have armed guards at the Wood Street Station, where they have have all the fights and shit,
I can see that right there.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like,
I'm down for that.
So
why do we want to go cashless?
I don't know. Honestly, I don't understand. Like, is it really saving that much time?
It's not.
I feel like in some ways it's gonna waste time because people are gonna be on the bus yelling.
What? This is my problem. Is what if all of a sudden something happens to your car and it's 5 o'clock in the morning and you're nowhere near these Connect cards or anything like that? What are you supposed to do? But you got cash.
Yeah, I don't understand because I'm looking at this and I'm thinking like I had to get a Connect card for a while because I thought I was going to be without a car. My car died. It was like a few weeks before the music festival, and I thought, you know what, I need to prepare. Bought myself a bike, got the Connect card, did all that zhuzh, and then I had to go to like Giant Eagle or downtown, but I live in Millville, so if I didn't go out and get it in my car, I would not have been able to get a Connect card. And how would I have gotten there? I guess I could have walked.
Yes, my problem with today's world is it's just like everything's based on a idea that's never been really proven. So let's do it this way. So this is convenient for us. What about the regular people what about the people that don't ride the bus all the time?
Yeah, it just doesn't make sense because the thing is
we have a lot of people coming from out of town and everything like that. What if they want to get on the bus? Now they have to go find a Connect card. What if you're like, let's say, like,
if I lose my Connect card, I am fucked.
I mean, they're not like they're all over. It's like the Connect cards aren't all over the place. What if you're in like a regular neighborhood?
Yeah. Well, like
let's say you're in Millville. Right?
There's nowhere to buy a Connect card here in Millville.
So how the hell are you supposed to get on the bus? You need to get on the bus to at least go buy a Connect card.
I guess I gotta walk downtown to buy a Connect card. But what if you're handicapped or something like that? You're not gonna be able to.
Let's be honest. Most of the government agencies are run by idiots that don't deal with real life. Yeah. No. Yeah. And I hate to say this, the college degree doesn't give you common sense.
That's true.
And that's very true.
Now, that's my problem with it. A lot of these people are like, they're coming from, good things in their life. They've never had that. A lot of people that ride the bus, or make decisions for the bus, don't ride the bus in the first place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's saying here that riders who get caught using the T and not paying $250 in fares will get a verbal warning, and then on a second offense, they will get a summary citation for theft of services, and 3 or more offenses, the rider can be cited for theft of services and criminal trespassing.
So they agree that people have to be able to get on the bus in the first place. So if it's cashless, how the hell are you going to get on the bus?
Yeah.
Just another way for the city to make money by coming up with some stupid
It's not even
fines.
the city, it's the Port Authority. It's not even the city,
it's the county, which is always really stupid because, okay, we have pretty terrible bus service here in Millville.
Yes.
And we're so close to downtown, and the argument I always hear is, well, you're not technically in the city. Well, it's not the city that plans the buses. It's the county. What the hell does it matter? We still pay county taxes
listen.
here in Millville.
So you're basically, just since you're right across the bridge, and this area needs good bus services, you have a lot of things in downtown Millville that people are coming to. We're like where we're at right now, Mr. Small's Theater. Brings a lot of people over here.
Yeah.
What about at
busy,
night?
Awesome theater, one of the best music venues in the city.
Yes.
Yeah.
Also, right now, hosting one of the greatest radio stations in the city.
That's right.
Yes.
River's Edge, baby.
You know, but we may be biased.
I am a beacon of truth. So there's no bias here. I speak with sincerity.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, a lot of these decisions, they don't make sense to common people.
No, yeah, it's, and then you know, I don't know. I would love to see
for the Connect card for everybody to go cashes and the Connect cards. They have to be all over the place, or at least they need to make an app so you can put the Connect card on your smartphone. Now, if you're saying smartphone,
or be able to buy it on that bus. If you're going to make people go cashless, then they should make it so you could buy that card on the bus.
Yes.
And then that way you don't have to run all over the place, and you don't have to, you know, if you're like handicapped, you don't have to try to like wheel yourself down in your vehicle.
They're making everything more difficult for the people that don't have the money or they're disabled. They're making it more difficult.
And they're making those machines on the buses and on the T's very sensitive.
Okay.
I have seen them break down multiple times from people trying to put money in and it gets jammed.
Oh, that's happened. That's happened to a lot of Connect cards already. The ones by the East Busway.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
people complain about those all the time.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to complain about getting a free ride because it's jammed.
Sure.
You know, but I'm just saying.
But you got to come. But you got to get on another bus or subway, whatever you're getting on.
Well, I'll compromise. I'll be okay with the cashless system if somehow they're able to make enough money to extend the T somewhere else beyond just the damn South Hills. Because I would love to be able to take the T anywhere. I don't feel like. See, I have a radical belief where I do not think that a bus should go downtown ever.
Yeah.
I think the bus should take you to the T all over Allegheny County, and then the T will take you downtown.
Brian,
clear up congestion.
I done told you one more time, Brian. This thing about you making sense,
yes,
it has to stop.
I will say this though about the T. Also, I don't understand what it is about the Red Line where the rails always shut down a lot. Mm-hmm. Shit never happens over on the Blue Line side, over near the suburb side and everything. Nothing ever happens over there, but always. As soon as you leave the junction, as soon as you leave South Hills Junction, head towards Beachview, Dormont, Mount Lebanon, all that shit, there's always derailment. And I always understand why.
You are on the stepchild side of the tracks.
Obviously. We are on the best.
You're on the steps. You were an accident. Everywhere you were all accidents. And you were kept.
You know what would be really bad? You know what would be really bad?
At least they got a T. At least you have one.
Right. Now, here's something I thought about. Now, what if they canceled free fare from First Street all the way down to Allegheny?
Yeah, I mean, I just wouldn't
What if people
use it.
had to pay just to get on and get right off within the downtown area?
They had talked about doing that, and I'll just be quite honest. I just would walk. I mean, it takes, an extra 5 minutes to walk? Half the time I walk anyways.
Depending on where you're going. Who's going to
get somebody $250 to go walk 5 minutes?
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, honestly, sometimes I could walk across the river and get to where I'm going faster than if I were to take the T. Because you get that red light underneath, and then you lose cell phone service. You can't text your
right. As soon as you get into Steel Plaza.
Because I mean, by God, you're off Facebook for 5 minutes. You know, that's a serious deal.
I know, right?
Yeah, that's
so much shit could go down.
That's right. You never know. I mean, Adele could lose her vocal cords, or that we're going to talk about that later too. So all sorts of crazy stuff could happen that you could miss on Facebook
It's
by
funny,
being
right?
away from the phone for those 5 minutes.
I haven't
Yeah,
caught
TJ
the
said that was supposed to happen. Well, I hope it don't, TJ.
I
hope
haven't
it don't.
ridden a bus since like the late '80s, and it's gone downhill from because before the buses were pretty much 24 hours. There were buses all over the place, and it just sucks. I see it. You know what I mean? You're paying more money and you're getting less service.
Yeah.
Welcome to America.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they keep cutting services like in the far parts of the county.
Where people need the buses.
Yes, and then downtown you'll see a bus stop 7 times on the same street, and it's literally like walking from this side of the studio to the other side of the studio. Like, again, they shouldn't even have buses downtown, let alone
I never understood.
gazillion stops.
I never understood the increase of the pay, but they're not doing anything different.
No.
And then every 5 years or so, Port Authority workers go on strike because they want like a pay raise or something. And I'm thinking to myself, well, what are you doing different that you...
It's not the workers. I mean, it's not the work because they're getting, look, we only getting screwed kind of. If you work for them, you're getting screwed even more. Because remember, this is the new corporate structure, right? They want you to do 10 times what you're supposed to be doing for the same money.
Oh, hell no.
That's what I'm saying. So
10 times?
Yeah, maybe not literally 10 times, but they want you to do like, oh, by the way, not only you the bus driver, we need you to sweep up here. We're probably gonna need you to change the tires. We're probably gonna do this and take this laundry home.
Yeah.
So Stephen mentioned about the drink tax and how that was supposed to go towards helping the Port Authority. I don't have all the information on that, but I will respond by saying that the Johnstown flood tax still exists, but I have a feeling that the tax isn't going to save the people in Johnstown from the flood at this point.
See, they're explaining things about taxes. Taxes go on forever. They don't mean they're going to do anything more with it, but it's another way to make money. And when they do that, somehow it's like, you know, like when you have your savings fund, like you say you're saving up for a car, and fuck it, I want to go out tonight. I'm going to take $10 out of here. Then I'm going to take $20. I got to have those shoes. Then next thing you know, it keeps getting picked at. So it was supposed to be thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? It goes up. They keep picking at it. So.
Well, yeah, that's true. And then also it just goes to the point that there's no such thing as a temporary tax. I remember laughing my ass off. Laughing my ass off as a councilman back in North Irwin when they wanted to implement a temporary tax to help us with the recreation center.
That tax is there and once it's implemented, it's there forever.
It's there forever. Yeah. And that was the argument. They were trying to push, I remember when I was on council, this temporary tax, they said, oh, we'll back a bond and, worst case scenario, we'll be paying taxes temporarily to help out the recreation center for the children.
Here's the
and
problem
it'll go
with
away once the recreation center is paid for.
Here's the problem with that. They won't put a definite end on it. That's the key right there. They won't. Let's say, all right, September 12th, the tax stops. They won't.
Even if they did that, they could just extend it. Oh well, we've got more things to worry about. We've got to pay for Granny's handicap.
It goes from the recreation but the recreation's done. We know that. But
actually, Granny's handicap spot they wouldn't pay for because that would actually make sense because Granny probably would need that. They'd probably waste it on something,
This is what I'm saying. Like they'll extend it, but instead of what they'll change it into something else. It'll be it'll be the savings fund. It'll change. They'll change the name so it goes on forever.
Yeah, I just see TJ. He posted something saying temporary taxes are permanent vacation fund.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, in Harrisburg, they've got the House Barber. Are you familiar with the House Barber? I've mentioned it before on the show. It's a barber who will only trim the hair of House members.
Okay.
So he's a full-time barber.
Uh-huh.
He gets paid probably just to sit there because I'm sure everybody has their own barber. And he will wait for House members. Wait with bated breath for House members to enter his barber's stall and so he can trim their hair.
Now, by house, you're talking about representatives.
Yes, House of Representatives.
Well, that ain't going to take long since most of them don't have hair anyway.
That's true. So he's got a pretty sweet gig, basically.
Here's my problem. Here's the problem why I don't like that. Why I don't like
there's
the
many
barber.
reasons why I don't.
And here's my main reason. Because I'm fucking jealous. Because that could have been me. I could have been sitting there waiting around getting money for nothing.
Yes.
And Lord knows we all like money for nothing.
He can't do black senators' hair.
Well, he could find out.
Yeah, I would love to see that shit.
There's a guy.
Put that on CNBC or something like that.
Yeah, there's another guy there who literally his only job is he winds the clocks.
Oh, give me that
He goes
job.
he goes around and he's a full-time employee, gets like a full pension, benefits, everything.
One more time.
He goes around and he winds the clock.
This is federal. This is a federal job.
No,
This
state.
is like, oh, okay.
I
state.
am.
Okay.
No, my problem is I'm absolutely jealous.
Oh, I'm
the-
super jealous.
I'm in the wrong business.
I'm
Absolutely.
That could be
jealous.
making some serious money.
I'm not mad because they're doing it. I'm mad because it's not me getting.
Yeah, I'm mad that I didn't even know that was a job. Like, you don't see shit like that on Craigslist. So
No, you don't.
otherwise, I would have been jumped
Whose
on
cousin is he? You know the nepotism. Whose cousin got that job?
Oh yeah. I don't know. That is how a lot of that stuff goes. I remember my former boss when I worked for the State House of Representatives, and something that my friend was kind of annoyed about. He was just new. He was like a junior House member, and the first town hall, he was talking about the budget and how his sister had some sort of program and how he couldn't even get money for his sister's program. And my friend's like, you haven't even been there a year yet, and you're already trying to cut sweet deals for family members, sweetheart deals.
Right?
Yeah.
So not even there for, a year.
Well,
And
Well,
he's already,
you see his agenda though.
Yeah.
I mean, I would do it too. If
You know
family
what? I
had
don't
my
know
back,
that I
I'd-
would, because like I can honestly say, like, the recreation center we were talking about, that would have benefited me personally to
Mhm.
be able to get a discount on this beautiful gym with a pool so close to my house and all of this stuff. But I represented a lot of old people who weren't going to go and use the gym, so I didn't want the taxes to back that bond, even though
Well-
personally it would have been a great thing for me.
Well,
Okay.
let's be honest. The government is full of that. There's like some of the arts, like let's everybody learn opera and Shakespeare in school. That's
But
not
actually,
anything.
I have to disagree, because it actually came out, there was a study, I don't have the information, I'm just completely saying this off the top of my head, that showed that the arts actually brought in more money than professional sports last year.
Oh, where here?
In the United States. So.
Oh, United States. I don't know about here.
But maybe not in Pittsburgh. But
Right?
Not here in
United-
Yinzerberg.
Because where's our fan base at then?
And that Steeler game, they're at the Steeler game, and
We have to think about it, though, like, arts, like, for example, you guys have a show, and, yeah, maybe you don't have, like, a full stadium coming to see you, but, some people do, and there's a wide variety of shows going on, whereas, like, sports, you've got your professional sports, your minor league sports, which might make some money, and then outside of that, everyone's paying to play.
I like the way you
So-
said that. Might make some money. I like
Yeah.
that.
speaking of that, that was remember that concert that came to the Washington Wild Things.
What was it?
Rick Ross and
Oh God.
that was hilarious. I would have loved to see the carnage. What is Rick Ross doing at the Washington Wild Things stadium? Anyway,
Hard times or something? Like what's going on?
it don't get no. Can't get the pavilion. What?
You know what? It's kind of
I was
crazy.
gonna say,
because
did
you
the
see some
pavilion
like
shut down or what?
you
No,
see
they
some
couldn't
big
get it.
names that come through the Palace Theater in Greensburg, like bands that like used to draw like huge crowds. and-
Because what's the key word you said? Used to.
yeah, but I mean they're big enough that they still draw a crowd. You would think.
But the Palace Theater, they do good work. Whoever's working in those offices do.
Oh, it's a beautiful theater too. It's
I've never seen it.
oh,
might-
it's beautiful in there. They have
Might
those
get a
old
shot at
timey.
PNC Park or something.
Well, they have those old timey balconies. Like when you watch the Muppets, and you hear that old guy in the back yelling and with his
Yeah,
his
that's gonna be me
commentary.
and Jay when we get
Yeah,
older.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
They have
Yeah.
that kind of balcony at the Palace where you can sit there in like that private, that private little thing and
Yeah.
mock people. That would be.
Now I really want to do that for myself.
Right?
That's what I can't wait. Once this like network takes off in a big way,
Which it will.
Yes, very soon. I think I plan on having a private balcony at every single music venue in the city, so I can just go up and have my exclusive viewing room and only invite those up who I feel is that your watch?
That was
Yeah,
my
that
watch.
was- we were
I
all
was
looking-
wondering. I'm like,
I'm wondering,
what
I'm thinking,
is that?
We're on a
That's-
time crunch
that's me.
apparently. So let's take 30 seconds, and when we come back, we've got the Cooper's Corner
Oh yeah.
right after this. 30 seconds.
All right.
Hey, it's Mike Sasson. Guess what? You used to love us at 10. You're going to love us even more at 9. It's me. It's Alex. It's funniness. It's guests. It's all sorts of me yelling into microphones only 1 hour earlier. It's exactly what you need at 9 o'clock. It's like a shot of adrenaline. It's the Mike Sasson Show, now starting at 9 o'clock on Tuesday on the River's Edge, a new kind of radio.
This is a little bit more this is more relaxing.
Here we go. I'm going to need you to hit me up with this one, Howie. You are listening to Cooper's Corner.
Yes. Since we have a new venue, can we get another $8 to be able to get some music? Get a
Or grassroots.
Go fund me.
Right?
We're gonna need a bake sale to get some royalty-free music.
I like that idea. Let's do it. Yes.
Let's do it.
Can we? Yes.
Yes. Oh, all right. Welcome to Cooper's Corner, y'all. I wanted to talk about this one. I read this article last night, and I felt like it was perfect for the show today. There's a lot of men out there who love their cars, love their vehicles, and this man, he loved it so much that he wanted to be buried with it. So this guy from a Pennsylvania man who loved his motorcycle so much that he wanted that when he died recently, he wanted to take one last ride in it, and he wanted to get buried with his motorcycle. An 89-year-old man, Steel City resident man, Mr. Arthur Werner Sr., made plans way ahead of time before he died of cancer this past Sunday, and to be buried in the sidecar of his 1990 Harley-Davidson Heritage Softail.
And this photo is courtesy of the Associated Press.
Yes.
If you're watching instead of listening,
of course you're watching.
It shows the guy on his bike, and I don't know.
That's a nice one too. Looks classic.
He's cool. So I'm into I appreciate that kind of guy. A guy who's into his motorcycle, who wants to get buried. Like that's the kind of thing. So a friend of mine had just passed away. Unfortunately I wasn't able to make it out there because it was I've been dealing with this whole studio and the fire and everything else. But he had they threw an 80s party for him when he died.
That's nice.
Yeah, and I thought that was kind of cool. It was, not just like your stereotypical funeral. They kind of did something that fit his personality, and I thought that was kind of cool. And, I've actually said it on this show before that, when I die, and maybe you guys can help, maybe you can be the executor of my will in this regard, but I want to have a coffin. I actually don't want to be buried. I want to get green cremation where they use water to cremate your body because it's supposed to be better.
Okay, so what you want to be in an aquarium type tank or something?
That would be cool, yeah.
Or
okay.
How about the thing they put people they put them in the bottom of a tree and they feed the tree.
Yeah, you could do that. Yeah, let nature eat me away. But but I want some sort of.
You can't do that in Pennsylvania because they can't charge us for that.
Yeah. But I want some sort of coffin, and I want it to kind of double as a bar for the party when I die, when everyone celebrates my death.
A glass one. They could have a glass.
Oh yeah, you could see my dead corpse.
Yeah,
under the glass.
We could put a beer in your hand.
Yeah. But that way everyone could have a drink on me when when I go out.
So. And a special beer. If you buy some cheap ass domestic shit, you'll have a frown on your face. It has to be really good beer.
That means we're gonna probably do some electric shock on you. We'll figure it out.
Like an ale or what's that other one that you like so much?
I like all the local people.
What was that one that you drank when me and Matt had that show last week? What was that?
I don't know. I drink so many different beers.
It wasn't a lager. It was like a thick beer. It was
dude, I know every alcohol. Every alcoholic. I do know them too. I know every bar owner in Millville and Lawrenceville and Deutschtown.
You hear that?
Trust me.
Don't do that when I'm in the middle of having my energy. Don't say that.
He knows every alcoholic.
What I'm saying is
he knows Willie the Wino.
To try to pick one beer. Yeah.
Variety is the spice of life.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yes. When you know several bar owners.
Hey, that's a good idea. When I'm thinking about the fundraiser, why don't we have a party, like an 80s, 90s party?
Yeah, that would be fun.
I'm trying to think of something I'd like to have when I'm dead.
Not dead. We're talking about for fundraising.
Oh, just for fundraising, yeah.
I'm
still thinking about death.
Well, we are going to be having a fundraiser right here at the Acoustic Cafe this Monday.
Okay.
Doors open at 6 p.m. The money raised will help benefit the artists who lost supplies or lost artwork and work equipment at the Millville Studios. So we were very fortunate here at the River's Edge. Despite the smell of smoke on all of our equipment, we were able to carry on and move forward, but unfortunately not all of the artists were in that same position. So we are here at the River's Edge, are teaming up with Mr. Smalls, and we are going to work to try to do a little bit to do what we can.
Luckily, we don't have a big budget here. We were going to be in like $200-300 worth of damage.
Yeah. Well, that's like everybody's like asking me, well, did you have renter's insurance? Did you have renter's insurance? And I'm like,
when I get in my check, I can just rebuy this.
Yeah, that's what I'm like. I'm like, what do you mean renter's insurance? So what, I'm going to spend
We have no budget whatsoever.
Yeah. I'm going to spend all this money.
A lot of this stuff we found in the street on trash day. What are you talking about?
Yeah. So jerry rigging stuff, the board we're using is a used $200 Behringer.
Yes.
So, which actually, this board powered one of like the bigger stages at the Millville Music Festival because the sound. So we're there. This cheap used old Behringer, right? So it was being used for a show, just like a regular show like this. And then all of a sudden, I go to the Grist House, and this big high-tech Wi-Fi board goes down.
Okay.
Yes.
So I'm like, we need to replace this board. That's what they tell me. So I go back, and I've literally got this soundboard in the basket of a bicycle, and I'm wheeling down the street with this board trying to make it to the Grist House. We replaced this super high-tech badass board with this piece of shit.
Okay, he did the E.T.
Yes, I did. I ET'd it down to Grist House. But it worked. I mean, this old thing.
Let me explain. I'm in electronics. Mostly everything we do is overkill.
Yeah.
And mostly everything we buy is overkill. It's been done with way less, but for some reason, shiny buttons and all this high-tech talk makes us do stuff. Because we all know what we could do. It doesn't take a lot of money to do stuff. But that's not impressive as that big, giant board. Everybody go, ooh, look at that.
That's just true.
You plug that in.
Well, that's like the Wi-Fi board. You could use like a tablet like we have. Here's like a phone. So there's an app on a tablet. I have a tablet here somewhere. But anyways, you can. There. Yeah, so you get a tablet, and it'll have all of the levels right on the tablet, and you actually adjust the levels wirelessly.
Let me explain something to you. I mean, that's just waiting to fail. I mean, seriously, it's technology is good when it works.
Sure.
Yeah. Then when it goes down, and you're standing like, hold on, wait a minute, let me turn it off and turn it back on. Now, no, there's no music going on or whatever.
Yeah.
We were so quick. I was so quick on that bike that we only were 5 minutes behind, and we were able to catch back up. But yeah, I don't know.
You mean what we do here all the time?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So this is just like
I didn't think he was going to take it there, but all right.
No. I'm saying it's just another Saturday.
Yeah. Yes.
Keeping it real.
Keep it in River's Edge style.
Let me explain something to you. Stuff goes so bad so much. It's nothing. Nothing. Is that it? If we could have been there when it was on fire, we'd have been like, yeah, well, we're probably going to have to cut the show a little early. Yeah. So, where are you at, Jay? I'm over at the...
Right.
I'm stomping stuff out. Okay, see ya. Bye.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all the time we have.
Literally.
We got to get up out of here. The firemen are trying to break in. They're trying to get us out of here.
Remember,
they're gonna just drag us
firemen.
out. Tune in next week.
Yeah.
That would have been a hell of a show. We probably
that would have been ratings off.
Well, actually, speaking of the fire, the people who were doing the podcast there, they left the camera running. There's a chance, and I'm still waiting to find out if they can recover the video. There's a chance that we'll be able to see the smoke coming into the room and filling up the entire screen.
I want to see that.
Because there is a picture we were able to recover of just gray. That's all you see is gray because the smoke has completely covered the room. So there's a chance that we'll be able to see that smoke ooze its way into the back office where we used to broadcast out of Millville Studios.
All right.
So.
But we on the come up now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
ain't worried about that.
Well, yes, big announcement. Monday at 1 p.m. You definitely do not want to miss it. Very exciting stuff. It is going to rock the music world, and I cannot wait.
Man, it's just like the time the fight was overbooked. I ended up in first class.
That's right. That's a very good comparison, actually.
I like that.
Yeah, that was the only time I got in first class on a flight. This because it was overbooked.
So speaking of shows, speaking of shit getting messed up at shows, Adele has canceled a few of the shows on her tour because she's damaged her vocal cords.
Oh.
Apparently. So she had too much, I guess, effort, she cared a little too much, and now her vocal cords are out of commission, and she's got to cancel the rest of her tour to repair her vocal cords. So, I guess in one way, I kind of respect her for this because she's quoted as saying that she had considered using, like going up and lip syncing.
Mm-hmm.
And she just said she wasn't going to do it. So she
don't
said,
do that.
She said, I'm so desperate to do the concerts that, here's a quote from her, according to USA Today, that I've even considered miming.
Thanks,
and,
TJ.
What's this?
No, I was just saying thanks to TJ. He was
So-
saying, great show.
So then she said, just to be in front of you and around all of you, but I've never done it before, and I cannot in a million years do that to you. It wouldn't be the real me up there. So I have got to give her props for that, because to me there's nothing worse than a lip syncing artist. Like, I don't know. Some people say
I don't
that.
know. We lived through that through the boy band era in the 90s.
Some people like it because you can't put together like a bigger like production of a show.
She doesn't dance around like that anyway. So.
Yeah, but to me,
it's harder when it's just one performer.
Sure.
You can get away with it when you're a group. You know, like say one member is not there.
I guess like I'm old school. I go to a concert not for the show. I go there to hear music. So I don't want to watch somebody move their lips to a bunch
Speaking of that,
music.
We don't want to have an incident of the Mariah Carey on the New Year's Eve show.
That was
heard about
bad.
that. Yeah.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
No, I don't watch anything.
That is. Please.
That was one of the worst.
Can you pull it? I want you to see. Can you pull that up?
We'll pull it up after, because I don't know if I have the rights to play that one. So.
Well, no, I'll just let you see it. I'll pull it up on my phone.
All right. So yeah, no, but I like that's one thing. You know, I respect people who, like, they go up and they play the song and because to me that's what a music performance is about, is actually watching somebody perform the music.
Right.
Not like I don't care. Like, you know, if I want to go see a dance, I'll, you know, market it as a dance. I mean, that is something that people do. People do go out to see dances.
Right.
Right. So market yourself as a dancer. Like, you know, you get like a boy band up there and they're lip syncing and they're doing all these crazy dance moves. Mm-hmm. That's fine, but market yourself as a dance group. Don't market yourself as a concert, because it's not really a concert at that point, is it?
No.
No, to me it's not. At least to me, it's a dance off.
Now this past Thursday, I was at Heinz Hall and I took my parents out and we went to go see the OJs perform. Mm-hmm. Now the OJs is 3 members, but there was only 2, so they had background singers, like, you know, they had these sisters in the back that kind of like sort of filled in for. Oh, that's the Mariah Carey video. Yeah, and so they filled in for, you know, the guy that wasn't there. Mm-hmm. And it was cool. Now it would have been bad if Eddie Levert was not there. He's the star. You know, I mean, if Eddie Levert was not there and then the other 2 were there, the show would not have been that good. But he had moves on him.
Yeah,
he was dancing, singing.
Sometimes that's entertaining to watch, but really?
He twerked. Yeah, he twerked. Him and the other dude, they
but you remember,
he's 75 years old.
Wow.
But you remember,
he twerked.
Adele does all these vocal gymnastics and all that stuff. So Eddie Levert just goes out there and sings old school. Like, the song is the song. They sing the song the same way every time.
Right.
They got to do all these runs and all this stuff these new performers do. That's why they blow their vocal cords out. Mm-hmm. See, like, you go to see an older band, they can do it every day and do three shows a day because they sing it the exact same way.
Yeah, that's true. So, do you do anything as comedians to protect your vocal cords?
Hell no.
Nah, we just go.
I've done. You've heard my voice was gone a few times.
Yeah.
So how do you deal with that? How do you do a performance when your voice
Sound like
goes?
somebody else on stage because my voice is going. That's about it.
Yeah.
So I've had some voice issues in the last, was it last winter or the winter before? And I got myself sick because I drank so much honey and so much lemon juice to prepare myself. Because that's a nice thing. Like if you have if you start losing your voice, the lemon juice will actually clear out everything that's on your throat, and then the honey will help repair it.
Right, the honey soothes it, right?
But the lemon juice will actually, it's almost like because of the acid in the lemon juice will eat your whatever the hell's in your throat. It'll eat it away.
Mm-hmm.
So there are tactics out there.
I don't get too loud when I'm on stage. The only time I ever really get loud on stage is when the crowd isn't
You
that
don't have to be loud
responsive.
if you can't talk. I mean,
Right. If say they're okay,
And crappy systems.
right? Yeah, crappy systems. Okay. 2 instances I would raise my voice. One, they're not responsive, or two, they're talking. Which was basically the same thing.
Well,
They're not
how
responsive.
about when we
They
did
just-
that show at the zoo because the acoustics were horrible? We had
Oh my God! It was
we
only
had
one speaker, and it was where we were at. Meanwhile, it went straight back, so
and
the
it was-
people in the
and-
back couldn't hear us. So
and top of that, we had to compete with these huge tanks.
right, we're performing in the aquarium.
wow.
We are seeing the fish and all that shit swimming around. You're hearing the loud ass machines with the, blowing the water and the bubbles and all that shit. So you're hearing that and it's echoing, bouncing off the walls, and then you get this little cheap ass speaker. I think there was two of them, one on each end. But it was where the DJ was at, which is where we were at. But we're facing these people, and it's up against the glass where all the fish and stuff is. And I'm like, they're not gonna hear us. They can't. They'd be like, the people in the back were like, I can't hear you.
Well, the 1 year party for that event, I had completely lost my voice. I was up on stage screaming the entire time, just to sound like I do now.
Yeah.
And that was one of those times where I made myself sick by just chugging honey for a week straight. Honey and lemon juice, man. But I know. I mean, I don't know. I don't do anything really to be proactive with keeping my voice in line, but I definitely have a lot of remedies to try to tackle it. I can't just go out there and
Well,
ignore the problem.
the most perfect thing if you know you're gonna do it is don't quit talking and save
yourself
for the actual event.
It's hard to do that though when you have a loud mouth like mine that just doesn't shut. So,
Well, I mean, that's
the thing is when you're a big shot and everybody wants your attention, are you going to give the people what they want, or are you going to become reclusive?
Keep talking.
Yeah, but truthfully, that's the only thing you could really do.
It is.
To say if you have an event coming up, you have to really save your voice. You're going to have to go on social media and do a lot of texting. That's the only thing that's going to save your voice, because sometimes your voice has it's like your muscles, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
Like if you're sick or something, you only have so much energy. So if you can't talk it out, if you just you can talk it out. You start off good, then it starts dipping on you.
Yeah.
Then you start from here, and you sound
that's definitely.
You sound
true.
like Aunt Mabel that's been smoking Camel Unfiltered. How you doing, dear? You're beautiful. You're beautiful, dear.
Yeah. See, that'll be us in 20 years if we continue on that path. I don't want to be like that. I don't want to sound like the wingman. I don't know if you ever heard of the wingman.
No, I haven't.
It was this old brother. He's like the old man that tries to win the women over by buying them some wings.
Okay.
Then he'll walk up on you. He be like, the wingman. How you like them chicken wings, baby? You like that?
Hey, that could work depending on where you go,
and the buffalo sauce.
We've got some good joints around here, right? So yeah, but that's a good point, because it's the same way when you play a brass instrument, because for example, the trumpet has the different keys, the trombone has the slide, but to be quite honest, it's your lip muscles that actually make the difference in your voice.
I played trumpet for 2 years.
Yeah, I played trumpet for a good many years actually.
Just to get out of class. Just to get out of class, I played trumpet.
Oh really? I loved it.
I played the clarinet.
Somebody had actually asked me recently.
Squidward.
Someone asked me recently about maybe helping with performing in a recording with the trumpet, and I'm like, man, my chops are not in shape.
You don't want me to start. You don't want me to start practicing.
But
did you
back on your?
Did
Did you
outfit.
stick your cheeks out like Satchmo?
No, but
He was the only person that could do that.
Right.
He was the only person. I tried it when I was like, when I go too far when I get into something. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I start studying all these great things. I was like,
Yeah.
Well, I found my mouthpiece, and I had lost it, and so I'm gonna start practicing. That's the mouthpiece buzz sound. So basically, you could build up your armature.
Was that you or was that me?
Brian, it was Brian.
I found my mouthpiece. I'm super excited.
Brian had tacos yesterday.
I'm getting back into it, I think. But all you need to like really build up your lip strength is to have this little mouthpiece. You don't have to bring the whole horn. You don't have to. I mean, eventually you're gonna have to play the horn if you want to improve on your performance. But just to build up your lip muscles, you can just do it right with the mouthpiece.
Build up your lip muscles. That's the first time I ever heard someone say lip muscles.
You have to,
actually
because if you ever play, well, you play, but it's not the same as the trumpet. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
it's a different. You got to.
You're using a reed, so it's a little bit different. Yeah, with the brass instrument, it's all about lip muscles, and actually,
it's the vibration. You know what I mean? That you're making, it gets like transfers through that.
Yeah, there's more muscles actually in your lips than anywhere else. That except for maybe your tongue. I think your tongue has more muscles maybe. But
yeah, I heard the tongue is the strongest
but the
muscle.
lips.
That's why the ladies keep breaking my windows.
But the tongue does have a lot of muscles.
I'm not gonna take it there.
Yeah. The wingman.
Told you, man, that dude was cool. I like the wing.
Why can't we get that like a wing woman?
It's not the same.
It's not
Just go around and buy wings, because I would love to like go to like one of the great wing places we have in Pittsburgh, and someone just come up to me and try to seduce me with like
food.
In theory, that does sound good.
Let me tell you something. But I would like to be hit on, because we don't get hit on like that. We're looking forward to it.
Yeah, see, we're not musicians or athletes or nothing. We're entertainers. We get a few.
I mean, like,
Here
for a woman to talk us out of it, you don't got to really really talk, because we're men. You don't really got to talk us out of it. I got food and free cable. Okay, I'll be over about 7.
Right? Yeah, you'd be like, hold up, man. Let me make sure my kid's cool and everything.
Yeah, I'll be right over.
Yeah, I'd be like, and then I'm like,
and they can tell you they'll put you up. No, they'll tell you
grab an Uber real quick.
Or they even like, we'll pick you up at the bus stop. You be like, I'm there.
Oh, if she gonna pick me up, that's even better.
We're so easy.
We are.
Meet me at Steel Plaza. What about Wood Street? No.
Not
at Wood Street.
Wood Street.
Steel
Anywhere
Plaza.
but Wood Street.
Right.
Okay, if you pick me up on Wood Street, I'm gonna walk. You can get me as I'm walking up the street. It's gonna be one of them things like I'm still moving.
Yeah, we're not stopping.
I'm the one that just keeps crossing the street. That's me.
Pull in the middle of the street. Don't pull over. Just slow the car down.
Just
to
slow
about
down.
5.
Go about 10
5.
miles. I will jump
in the car.
Just roll down the passenger window. I'll climb in that motherfucker. That's it. Go, bitch, go! I'll be having my feet dangling out and shit.
I am Brian Crawford. We have Jaye and Howie here. You're listening to the River's Edge Radio Network, and it is time for the Hoodrat of the Week.
Woo!
Look, we came, we saw, we died.
Did a motherfucker.
We came, we saw, we died.
Did a motherfucker.
That's right. That's what you did last time, right?
Did a motherfucker.
And it's funny we talk about dead, because actually someone did die in this article for the Hoodrat.
This is kind of a morbid song now.
I know, right?
This is always a fun time, or keeping Hillary alive here
Yeah.
on the River's Edge.
Shout out to Senator Clinton. Yes, it is a laughing matter. I love it. All right, for the Hoodrat of the Week, I looked up this article about this, and these are some very popular people, and they're young too. I'm jealous because they had so many followers on YouTube, man, so many subscribers.
Give me the money. You can keep the followers. Give me the damn money.
Right? Now we got here 19-year-old Mona Lisa Perez and her boyfriend Pedro Ruiz. She's 19. He was 22. Big time YouTube. People. They was like a young loving couple. Had a 3-year-old daughter. Did a lot of stuff together and stuff. 300,000 followers on YouTube, man.
I'm working on a couple thousand.
I got 3. I got 3 fucking followers,
On
man.
YouTube, it sucks, man.
Yeah, man. So I'm like super jealous. Yeah.
Don't even get me started on that with these assholes, these talentless hacks.
Yes.
That for some reason everybody gravitates.
One more time, but like I said, Brian, it's not. We're not mad because they get followed. We're mad because it ain't us.
Well, here's
Well,
where...
I am mad that Chewbacca Mom gets followers. Fuck Chewbacca Mom.
Right?
Anybody could do that, you know. Well,
Right.
But you did. But you next.
But you don't have the goofy fat girl laugh, though. I mean, that shit was funny. I'm sorry, I laughed.
I have a
too.
really awful laugh. My laugh is so fake.
Something about and I hope that there
You're-
aren't
you're-
any.
you're- you're-
I
you're
hope
la-
that the
you're
fat
laugh-
girls who are watching this show do not get offended. But
Well, don't
this,
say fat.
Well, she was fat though.
Don't say fat.
Okay, big girl.
She's plump. She's the BBW.
Okay, a plump girl.
Jay Cooper's
who
opinions are his own.
laugh. Yeah, you see him
Me
backing
and
up.
Brian have
He's like-
nothing to
he's-
do with
he's
this.
like-
This
he's
right.
like-
This is like, look,
He's
let
He's
me
dropping
step
out
the
of the camera.
range.
Just,
Step out the camera range. I'm kind of
she
like
was a good laugher, though.
I'm kind of like when Shabba Rank said he hates all homosexuals, and Marky that's when he was Marky Mark was like,
or like when Mike Myers was with Kanye,
yeah, he said-
and Kanye just said George Bush hates black people.
He was like this.
Mike Myers was like,
Step out this camera frame.
Austin Powers didn't want nothing to do with
the
that.
hell no.
All right, well here with this young couple, they being as so popular they tried to do this prank and it went wrong. Apparently, her boyfriend tried shooting through a book and the bullet didn't go through. So he decided, okay, I'm gonna use this book. I want you to take this gun. What they had was a .50 caliber Desert Eagle.
Are you stupid?
And he put the book up to his chest, thinking that the bullet wouldn't go through the book. They went YouTube live on it, and she shot him, and it went through the book, and it hit him, and yeah.
Well, that was their first mistake. They went to YouTube Live. If they really wanted people to see it, they would have went on Facebook Live.
Yes.
Right.
Nowadays.
Yeah.
But they had 300,000.
Well, that's true. They had a lot of followers. So
Got to go where the followers are.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because they said that
this.
this was going to be like the most dangerous thing that's ever been done, and they wanted to make
Yes,
sure
it
this went
was.
viral.
And
and
it
it
was.
did go
And
viral,
it was.
but not the way they wanted it to. So here's this girl with this
What a 50 caliber.
a Desert Eagle. Now for those
Oh, wait a
who
minute.
never-
On close range,
yeah.
for it to slow down, I mean, only be safe. You would have to literally be standing right where that house is for the velocity to slow down just enough.
For those who don't know what a Desert Eagle look like, I implore you, Google it. Google .50 caliber Golden Eagle.
No,
that
the bullet.
gun is a badass. The bullets in the gun is a badass. So,
It's basically a handheld cannon.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's an assault gun, big time. I mean, I would see someone wave that, I'd duck.
See, and this
Big
is
time.
where
It's bad.
I don't know if I should say this. It's
Go
pretty
ahead, say
callous,
it.
But okay.
Go ahead.
This is where people say, that they want more gun control, and I'm like, no, because these people won't procreate now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? If you're
You know,
dumb
they're-
enough to
they're-
put a gun at you,
You know what? But there's a silver lining in this cloud.
yeah.
And I feel so bad for her,
I
man,
do
because
too.
now she's being brought up on manslaughter charges
Well,
for
how
something that
how's
she
a
didn't really mean to do. It was his idea in the first place, and it was just a prank that went wrong, and now she's
Why
being
would
brought
you
up on these
hold-
charges. She's 19 years old.
Yeah,
She's pregnant
Oh, that's
with
a
their
shame.
child. Yeah, she's pregnant.
Somebody
and
gotta
they have
learn.
a 3-year-old, and
Somebody got to learn.
Yeah, I feel bad for him. I feel bad making her my Hoodrat of the week. But seriously, that was some stupid shit. For those who try to judge me on putting her on there, Hoodrat, in my definition, is somebody who does things that is outside the norm. Shooting somebody through a book and thinking it wouldn't go through, that's some shit
Well,
that's
that's
outside
him.
the norm. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
But you said
okay?
a 50 cal. You would have to have 3 New York City phone books.
Yeah.
In
Or
front-
like 5 Encyclopedia Britannicas.
Wow.
No, the New York. No, that's not that the New York.
They
City.
got a thick ass hardcover.
Well, after all of the fake words that Oxford's putting in, you could probably just use one Oxford dictionary to stop the bullet.
Right?
You've got
mean,
fake
that's just-
news, you've got fake this, fake that, now you've got fake words.
Yeah.
I'm not going to go in my Oxford spiel again. I hate the Oxford dictionary, but
Yeah, remember last year when I told you about all the new words we had?
Yeah.
I got, you know what? On the next show, I'll try to see if we have any new words. That
No, what? Screw that. We're going to come up with our own phrases and see if we can get in the book.
That would be cool.
Let's do it.
Because we're gonna come up with something
Let's do
better
it.
than the crying laughing face. Like, my God, that's a word.
You know what?
According
If
to
they,
Oxford.
especially with the Michael Jordan, stop that shit.
That
I'm
is
so
still
sick
fun.
of seeing the
That is
crying
still
Jordan.
fun. That is still funny though.
I think it got played out.
still
Seriously,
funny.
I think because they
When
put it on everything.
when somebody else's team lose, like the Browns lose, you put it on a Browns fan or a Cincinnati Bengal fan with the crying face. That's kind of funny.
But remember when like when Cleveland Browns lost that one? Well, they always lose.
Yes,
but,
that's not a fan.
Yeah, what are you talking about?
but it
What
was-
time?
oh, no, wait, my
What
fault.
time? What
My
time
fault, it wasn't-
specifically when the Cleveland Browns lost? Please,
my
give me a
fault. My fault.
specific
It
date.
wasn't the Browns. It was the Bengals,
Yeah.
which is almost close to the same
yeah.
thing. But they showed this. Remember, they showed that one girl who was crying.
Yeah.
She was
Yeah,
really
that's
crying,
funny,
and
yeah.
they put Jordan's. They made it like the whole stands was her face, and then they put Jordan's face over it.
Yeah.
And I was just like, wow, really?
That's funny.
That's a lot of work in Photoshop.
Yeah. So, sorry, Mona Lisa Perez. You're Hoodrat of the Week. So, sorry about that.
What do you guys have coming up? What's on the agenda for this week, next week?
Well, you know I always get added to shit, so nothing really
we'll
coming
let
up
you
right
know.
now. But when we come
18th.
back, yeah, when we
18th, we let
when we
'em know
come
now.
back on the 15th, and I brought this up with Brian before you got here, I was thinking we should bring our props here
Okay.
Yeah.
to
Pick Your
promote
Poison,
the
yeah.
show on the 18th for the Pick
Okay,
Your
we can-
Poison.
It depends on where
And then on the 19th, then we have the improv. We're going back.
Nice.
We're going back to the improv because I got some new shit that I want to talk about.
And I got some jokes I just ain't never told yet.
Right.
There we go.
Now, I'm sure we got some other stuff in the works, and if we do, we will definitely post it on the River's Edge page, put y'all in the loop. And in the meantime, follow us on Facebook,
Yes.
Howie
Yep,
D.
D.
Mac,
Mac.
Yep.
Jay Cooper, and then, same Howie D.
Everything
Mac.
is Howie D. Mac.
Right, Instagram, Twitter, me for
Everything.
Instagram and Twitter, Coop
Tumblr,
True
everything.
Comedy.
For
Coop True
me,
Comedy.
everything's Howie D. Mac.
Yes.
I'm at River Talk PGH, and I will be back Monday morning, 10 a.m. Also Monday, 1 p.m., a big special network announcement. It's breaking awesome news. It will shake the music community, so you cannot miss that.
Ooh,
1
exclusive.
p.m., riversedgepgh.com. It cannot be missed. I'm Brian Crawford for Howie and Jaye. This has been River Talk, 10 a.m. every first and third Saturday. We've got local music up next here on Pittsburgh's Voice for Local Music, The River's Edge.
Later, bitches.
Woo!